He gets done preaching, and he turns to Simon, and he's like, why don't you go back out? We're going to go fishing. Jesus says, it's time to go fishing. And Simon Peter has what I have determined, or what I have called in the past, a nevertheless moment, right? Simon Peter has met Jesus now. This is the third time. He knows who he is. He's been looking for him. He's expecting him. He doesn't think. Listen, Simon Peter already knows that this is the Messiah. This is the one. The respect and the admiration for who Jesus really is not lost on Peter. It's lost on others. It's not lost on Peter. Peter is a fisherman. It's what he does. It's what he's grown up. It's no doubt all he's ever done. Probably it's been passed down from generations in his family, as is often the case. But Peter is a professional fisherman. It's what he does. And Jesus says, hey, how about we take the boats back out, go fishing? And Peter says, verse number 5, Master, we toiled all the night and have taken nothing. He's like, Jesus, listen, we go fishing at night. This is the middle of the day. Fishing's better at night. Desi and I drove down to the Outer Banks. And 2 years ago, we went to the southern portion. We usually go north, but went to the southern portion of the Outer Banks, and we crossed over there, I forget, down below Kitty Hawk, but it's where they actually film some of the fishing. I think it's something tuna, the Outer Banks version. If you've seen it, you know what I mean. Anyway, we drive down there. It's the middle of the night because we drive down overnight. And it's dark out. But it's full of activity at the fishing docks there, where they're getting ready to go fishing, or where some of them have just returned from fishing all night. I mean, the big bright lights, the boats are just full of activity, and it's 4 in the morning. There's a lot going on at nighttime. You drive by there 4 in the afternoon, it's quiet. All the boats are tied up. The fishermen are sleeping, right? They're getting ready to go out another night. That's what they do. That's what Peter was doing. He said, Lord, we fished all night. We caught nothing. It was not a good night. It was not productive. I'm going to sleep now, right? We're washing our nets. Listen, Jesus is teaching, they're washing their nets. They're getting them clean. They're folding their nets. They're putting them away. They're fixing the tears and the rips. They're getting the barnacles or whatever got stuck in them. They're getting all that stuff out. They're getting everything ready so when they go out tonight to go fishing, they're ready to go. So they're spending the time necessary. They're going to get some sleep. They're going to go out again tonight. And Jesus said, let's go fishing now. And Peter says, what? We didn't catch anything all night. It's the wrong time. But if Jesus says it's time to go fishing, it's time to go fishing, right? So he says, most importantly right there, nevertheless, at thy word, I'll put my nets back out. I've already washed them. I've already fixed them. I've already cleaned them, folded them, put them away. But if you tell me to go fishing, that's what I mean. He had that respect for who Jesus really was. He knew. He said, if Jesus the Messiah tells me to go fishing, then we're going to get the nets back out and go fishing right now. Wrong time of day. The fish are not running right now. It's not been a good night. But if you tell me to go fishing, I'm going fishing. So he takes the boats back out. Verse 6, when they had this done, they enclosed a great multitude of fish. Their net brake, it was so full of fish. They beckoned unto their partners, which were in the other ship. We know from the other Gospels that's James and John, the sons of Zebedee. They're in the other boat, that they come and help. They came and filled both the ships, so much so that they began to sink. It was the best fishing they ever did. Listen, we know the end of the story, but if Peter went fishing the next day, I bet he'd go at like 3 in the afternoon, This changes everything, He's not going to go fishing anymore. We know that. Listen, when Jesus tells you to do something, it doesn't make any sense. You do it. I know that's hard for you and I today. Listen to me, I understand that. We don't have the audible voice of Jesus Christ talking to us. There are times that God intervenes in our lives and opens a door for us. I think those are those times that we go, I don't know, that doesn't make sense. I don't know if I should do that. And I've given this as a personal illustration because I think it's best to use myself and what I've done if it's possible. And in this particular situation, listen, 2005, when the opportunity came for me to come to Cedar Hill Baptist Church, the church had 22 members, very small. I had just had the best year in 2004 I had ever had at my company. I was on stage at the national sales meeting. I got a trophy. I was the guy, selling paint, perspective here, I was set up for another good year. I knew some things that we had put in place. We were going to have another good year or two. Things were good. I was making good bonus money. I had a great opportunity, a great position there. I liked my job. So Destin and I had to talk. Should I leave that, working for a big company with a bonus program, with a 401k, with a pension, with all my benefits paid, all that, to come to a church in Dillsburg that has 20-some people and doesn't offer me the benefits package? There was none. No benefits package at that time. There was no benefits package. Should I leave that? And there were people, obviously, I worked with that are like, you got the right store and everything set up. You're good to go for years. You could make some good money here. And I could have. Yeah. Have you ever had a nevertheless moment when you're like, yes, on paper, this makes sense. But the Lord wants me over here. And that's where I'm going. Peter had that moment. Lord, I respect who you are. I know who you are. I know you're the Messiah. All I know how to do, Jesus, is fish. I'm a fisherman. I fished all night. We didn't catch anything. The nets are ready for tonight. I'm going to get some sleep. I'll do it again tonight. Fishing is what I know. Jesus said, I want you to go fishing now. And put your nets back out now. And Peter said, at thy word, I will put down my net. I will go fishing. When Jesus tells you to do something that doesn't necessarily make sense, it goes against maybe some just human reasoning sometimes. Peter did what the Lord wanted him to do. When Peter saw it, verse 8, he fell down at Jesus' knees, said, depart from me. I am a sinful man. He knew that was a miracle. He was astonished, and all that were with him at the draught of fishes which they had taken. So also here they are, James and John, the sons of Zebedee, which were partners with Simon. Jesus said unto Simon, fear not, from henceforth thou shalt catch men. He's going to make him fishers of men. When they had brought their ships to land, they what? They forsook all and followed him. The best day of fishing he ever had. At the end of the day, I think he went down to Ace Hardware, got that little black and orange for sale sign, stuck it on the front of his boat, and said, I'm done. I'm following Jesus now.